What is happening, and welcome to another four-wheel drive talk episode. And friends, this is a continuation of that new series that we started last month, where we're now reviewing various tables that we see coming across our radar scope, or just finding some interesting tables to begin with. Because as we stated last month, having a good, reliable table is one of the quintessential items in a overlanding or camping rig. And so, but there's a lot of options, as we pointed out in the first video. Going over to Amazon, you type in camping table, and you're going to find there's well over 2,000 results. And we get a lot of questions on where and what are the good tables to pick up. And we saw a rather interesting group of questions with regards to the type of tables that wrap around the tires. So last month we did a review on the Tailgater Tire Table, which was kind of kicking things off. In this month, we have another one that we're going to crack open, and it's rather quite similar because we've seen some comparison questions between what's in here and the tire table that we reviewed last month. So how this whole thing works is I'm going to crack this open. You're going to be able to view what's inside, how it's shipped, and all that other fun stuff. I'm going to get out there, beat the hell out of it for a little bit, and then we'll close off the video with a scoring system. So therefore, the important thing here is if you're on the market for a table in this particular case, you're able to see what it is shipped, how it's shipped, what comes with it, how it holds up. I'm going to give you my 2 cents of it. I'm going to let you know things I like, dislike. You may agree, you may not. But at the end of the day, if you go out there and spend your hard-earned money on a particular product that we're reviewing, you know, or you have a better understanding as far as what your dollar is going to be getting you. That said, friends, look, we put these videos together to help you make educated decisions on particular items to pick up. Now, if we are helpful and you find some value with this video, do me a favor, hit that like button down below, because I'm telling you, it really does help out the whole YouTube algorithm. That said, my friends, pull up a seat in, let's go. All right, that said, let's grab I can find a knife here. All right. We're going to crack this sucker open. And this is, I would tell you what's in this thing, but I cannot pronounce the name of it. We had only seen, it sounds like Chechnya, but it's not. It's just this blue table that looks awfully familiar to the tire table that we reviewed last month. And a few of you have been asking, what's the difference between the two? Honestly, I have no idea. Visually, they look pretty close to the same, which is strange because I think the tire table has patents and all other sorts of stuff. And so this is, ooh, okay. That's what we're looking at here. Ooh, okay. No thrills in this one, just a box. There's not even any wrapping around this here. And, okay, so, a little bubble wrap. Okay, let's see how I can tell you right now, this feels quite, you know, when you pick up a product, right away you get a sense of the quality, and this one, first impression, it feels cheap. The metal feels. Let me move this stuff out of the way. Boom. Okay. Yeah. All right. There was no instructions in this thing here, so I see some pins here. I'm guessing this. Okay, there's a leg here, so I'm guessing. All right, this is going to be interesting. Okay, so maybe we do. Okay, so here we go. All right, those pop through there. Look at that. All right. Wait a minute. What's? Oh, okay. Here we go. Oh, it broke already. Oh, that's funny. The little ball bearing, which was a good catch on my part here.
Yes! That's awesome!
Puffed off there. Well, that's... Okay, well, that's shot already. Well, oops. And I don't feel like... Oh, where the hell did that spring go? God dang it.
Few moments later.
I'm not wearing any shoes. There's a carpet in here, and I can see that. Okay. And this is what you get when you buy cheap overseas. Actually, this thing is not cheap. I forgot what this was paid. I want to say 157 bucks. I think I paid for this thing. I'll put it up on the screen here. But to me, it struck me off as a possible knockoff company. And after seeing it here, it looks like a knockoff to the tire table, the Tailgater tire table that I reviewed last month. But like many companies that are these Me Too companies where they just take a design and they try to recreate their kind of a carbon copy of it, they cut corners. And right off the get-go, as you see there, that thing popped out, and I have a spring in the floor, which I'm probably going to get stuck in my foot here. Okay, so let's see if we could... You know what, I'm going to put this right there. We'll pop this in here, though it's not going to stay. All right, now let's see here. We have, but this is not the part that. Okay, so here we go. Jesus. Okay, so this is not even closing correctly, which is quite annoying, to be frank with you. Okay, so you have to put some weight on. This feels really, the premise is the same as the tire table from last month. You have this arm that goes in here. Now, it doesn't have the length that the Tailgater tire table has. There's no grippiness in this to grab the tire, but the premise is exactly the same. You have this part here. Actually, you would want to flip it upside down. And that is, I can tell you this, the tubing on this feels really cheap. So it follows the same premise, the exact same premise. So this is going to go around the tire. It's going to be a compression fit. Looks like you have these little knobbies here that are going to screw into the side. Oops. Still looking for that spring down there. Okay, so you screw this into the side once you have that up against the tire, and that kind of annoys me. Look at that, that's as down as far down as it goes there. And so that is, I might be wrong here, which I'm making a joke here, but that is not flat at all. Between that and that ball bearing kind of falling out there, this thing is, okay. Well, oh, look at that. And this is even popping up as well. That is funny. Okay, so they just have this riveted in the top of here. This thing really feels cheap. Again, I said that earlier, but boy, the more that I'm handling this here, because I'm feeling this kind of popping up. There's only, jeez. Yeah, there's a substantial difference in how the last tire table felt in this one. This really, as you can see there, this is not something that is going to last. And what I'm looking at here next, guys, is I'm looking at the welds. I'm looking at, actually there's quite a bit of sloppy welds here too. Okay. Unfortunately, because this thing broke before I could even get a chance to get out there and tool around with this here, and after seeing this to be quite frank. This is the part where I get it. When you go to Amazon, and I get the anxiety that this creates, or the hesitation. It's products like this that create that anxiety, create that am I getting the best product? Because it's hard as a consumer to, when you're first getting started into overlanding, or for that matter anything, but seeing that we're talking about overlanding or camping, and you're building up your entire kit. So you have a limited budget and you want to get the best value. And it's products like this. And Amazon does not, this really irks me how this is all bent up here. Amazon doesn't vet the products that make it onto their site nowhere near as well as they should. And it's like this, a product like this. So there's probably, who knows how many people went out there and bought something like this for $160 or $58, whatever the hell I paid for this thing. The welds, these welds here, I took welding class back in high school, and I can tell you, even back in high school, I did a better job with welding than that. That is really sloppy. Actually, if you look at the welds going all along the side here, that is really, this is really bad. And what's weird about this is all the other hardware is all this half-ass blue that they have sprayed here, and they have a few bolts here that must have been put in after the fact that are not. But you know, I still can't get away with how sloppy these welds are. This really, actually, look at the bottom here. Let's see if you guys can see that. Look at right here. That is, there's steel here that is, when they cut it, if you ever cut steel before, it will kind of create this plane off of it. I'm trying to explain this. This burr, there we go, this burr. And that's exactly what you see. But most companies will take the time at least file it down a little bit here. There's a lot of rough edges here, and there's this burr here that you could easily cut your finger on. The welds are horrible. Yeah, you know, I can tell you right now, we're gonna just jump to the scorecard for this thing right away. I don't even think it's even worth going out. This thing's going back to Amazon. And it's unfortunate because sorry, I can't even take this thing seriously. So let's just jump to the scorecard. There you go, folks. Well, this is another, this is a wrap for this tire table, or for this particular, they call it a tire table, but again, this is a turd. And so now I can appreciate, or half appreciate, some of the comparison questions that we received here, but this is absolutely horrible. But anyways, guys, this goes to show what we're going to be doing here is we're going to have these reviews going on a regular basis. And the whole idea behind this is we'll put a quality score. We'll share with you what things look like. Again, things I like, dislike. I honestly cannot find, you know, I will try to find, that's what took this review a little bit longer than it should, is I'm trying to find something that I like. The color's kind of cool. But what good's the color? Because something tells me with how this is put together, who knows, they put the right coating on here, you get out there and use it a few times, this is probably going to scrape right off or fall off or start rusting, who knows. But it feels really cheap. But again, the whole premise behind this is so that if we can help you folks go out there and make the best educated decisions as possible. So unfortunately for this table, well, as you saw the scorecard, this is a big fat no-go. Now it's that time of the video where, friends, I'm going to ask you to do all that YouTube stuff because it really does help with the whole YouTube algorithm. If you found some value with this video, if we helped you make a buying decision that, of course, makes camping or overlanding much more enjoyable for you, do me a favor, smash that like button down below. If you're currently not subscribed to the channel, friend, we would love to have you part of the family. And last but not least, don't forget to hit that bell so therefore you're notified every single time that we come out with a new video just like this one. Well, friends, it's that time of the video where I'm going to be jumping out of my studio, so you get out there, stay healthy, and find your adventure.